Guys, seriously, if you have not read a Brene Brown book yet, you better go out and read one. These are outstanding. So, book 11, we're back. Book 11. I've now become a reading addict and I'm having to speed up a little bit because I got to get all these 75 done this year. Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. Let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. Oy. So, who here has an idea of who they're supposed to be? Right? We all have these ideas, and then what happens is they don't happen, right? We have this like blueprint of who we're supposed to be, this reality of what we actually are. They don't match. And in the middle, we start to feel shame and guilt for what we haven't done, what we have done, our past, our stories, right? Our demons in the closet. And these two lines, guilt equals I did something bad. Shame equals I am bad. Mic drop. Let me tell you, a little bit of a head explosion there. How many of us intertwine those where we feel shame over something that we did, where no, shame is actually telling you you are bad, right? If you actually did something bad, you're allowed to feel guilt over it, absolutely. But wow, let's not actually feel bad for who we are in that way, if you guys know what I mean. Anyways, another one is, what does shame look like? And this is where I want to just get into like some of the meat of what she talks about. And obviously, you know, I loved this book. I highly recommend it to anybody and everybody, especially the stay-at-home moms or entrepreneurs or workers or parents or anybody and everybody who in some way, shape, or form is trying to be more perfect in their lives and is almost embarrassed at our lack of how good we are. Read it. You need it. So she talks about how to kickstart your shame resilience and story claiming. And so how to actually build up a resilience to this shame so we can actually just live our lives. And figuring out the answers can change your life. This is page 47. Number 1, who do you become when you're backed into the shame corner? Question number 1, rumble on that one for a second. Then 2, how do you protect yourself? 3, who do you call to work through the mean nasties or the cry and hides or the people pleasing? And make sure those are safe people, just a heads up. 4, what's the most courageous thing you could do for yourself when you feel small and hurt? Our stories are not meant for everyone. Hearing them is a privilege, and we should always ask ourselves this before we share. Who has earned the right to hear my story? If we have 1 or 2 people in our lives who can just sit with us and hold space for our shame stories and love us for all of our strengths and struggles, we are incredibly lucky. And so instead of putting it out on Facebook or putting it on Instagram or blogging about, you know, all of your shame, you know, those moments where you do something and you're like, what was I thinking? Find your safe people. Find your safe tribe, your safe people that you can go to with that and actually share that with them. And another section that really, like, it got highlighted in a major way and a full page, so you know it was a good one for my brain, was, again, after years of research, and this is page 72 if anyone has the book and wants to follow along. Again, after years of research, I'm convinced that we all numb and take the edge off. The question is, does our fill in the blank, eating, drinking, spending, gambling, saving the world, incessant gossiping for perfectionism 60-hour work week, get in the way of our authenticity? Does it stop us from being emotionally honest and setting boundaries and feeling like we're enough? Does it keep us from staying out of judgment and from feeling connected? Are we using, whatever that is that you use to fill that in, to hide or escape from the reality of our lives? Understanding my behaviors and feelings through a vulnerability lens rather than strictly through an addiction lens changed my entire life. It also strengthened my commitment to sobriety, abstinence, health, and spirituality. I can definitely say, hi, my name is Brene, and today I'd like to deal with vulnerability and uncertainty with an apple fritter, a beer, and a cigarette after spending 7 hours on Facebook, and that feels uncomfortably honest. So when we numb the dark, we numb the light. What is it in your life that you're numbing? What area of your life do you need to step up and be more vulnerable? And honestly, buy the book. Just read it. Read this book over and over and over if you can. This one's definitely going on my yearly list that I'm starting in the background of ones that I want to continually grow on. So thank you for checking in. come back next week, getting more into some business stuff. So I can't wait to tell you about my next challenge and my next book. Talk to you guys soon.